Good evening. Welcome to Myrtle Beach. I'm Brett Baer, coming to you live tonight from South Carolina, where, as you know, we are just 13 hours away from the polls opening in the first in the South primary. Almost 2,600 miles away, the Democrats prepare for tomorrow's Nevada caucuses in what looks like a very tight race there. All the Republican candidates are on the ground here in South Carolina, battling for support. Today, the 6 GOP candidates were out trying to shore up last-minute votes in different parts of the state, a state that has a history of picking the eventual nominee, a state that has 50 delegates to divvy up among the winners. Chief Political Correspondent Carl Cameron joins us tonight from Columbia with a look at all the last-minute campaigning. Carl?
Hi, Brett. And tonight we have an example of the type of bare-knuckle politics that South Carolina has been famous for years. And it comes in the form of a robocall and radio ad from a super PAC called the Courageous Conservative PAC, which is independent from the Cruz campaign. But this robocall is meant to help Mr. Cruz, and it goes after Donald Trump for his comments made earlier this week, on Tuesday, in fact, when he suggested that he supported Nikki Haley, the governor of South Carolina, and her move last year to remove the Confederate battle flag from the State House grounds. Listen to this.
Trump talks about our flag like it's a social disease.
Respect whatever it is that you have to respect. Let it go. Put it in a museum.
Donald Trump's bankrolled nearly every major Democrat in the country.
You know, there's a reason.
That is by far and away one of the most controversial ads and radio calls that we've heard, robocalls as well, in the entirety of this campaign. And the Cruz campaign makes the point that this organization, this super PAC, is unaffiliated with the Cruz campaign. They do not agree with the tone of it. But it does show that the sharper elbows are beginning to come out. And we're told that in some homes tonight there will be dozens of robocalls from numerous of the campaigns. And it comes as the polls have begun to tighten and show that South Carolina has the possibility to be a very, very close race tomorrow night.
No matter what you're doing, you have to just say, I've got to take 10 minutes. I've got to go out and vote.
Donald Trump had a double-digit lead for weeks, so expectations are high after battling with the Pope and former President George W. Bush and the discovery of a 2002 interview with Howard Stern in which Trump said he supported the Iraq War, contradicting his claims of having been an early critic.
The first guy ever asked me about Iraq was Howard Stern. I said, I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. Then I started looking at it. Before the war started, I was against that war.
The latest Marist poll shows Trump ahead, but in a virtual tie with Ted Cruz within the margin of error. Cruz came in third in New Hampshire and would get a huge boost if he beats Trump, who he hammered today as wrong on basic U.S. foreign policy.
You know, just this week, Donald Trump said in the TV program that he would be neutral between Israel and the Palestinians. So let me tell you this, as president, I have no intention of being neutral.
Rubio's third and can't afford to slip. Having come in fifth in New Hampshire, he now needs to show momentum.
We're very blessed as a party to have so many good people. Okay? And look, none of our candidates is a socialist. That's a good thing. And none of our candidates is under FBI investigation.
For Jeb Bush, the expectations are the most intense. He campaigned with his mother again today and his brother earlier this week. He needs to be among or very near the top 3 or could face an exodus of donors and volunteers.
Donald Trump has never shown any interest in anybody else other than himself. And the 2 candidates that are gifted speakers, Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz, have shown nothing in their past that would suggest they can make a tough decision.
John Kasich says he's going forward no matter what happens.
We're going to get to Ohio, we're going to get to Pennsylvania, so we're going everywhere. It's a national campaign.
And Ben Carson's campaign tonight has revealed that Ben Carson did meet with Ted Cruz yesterday, and in Carson's assessment of it, it did not go well. It was supposed to be an opportunity for Ted Cruz to explain what Carson has called the dirty tricks that he suffered in the Iowa caucuses. They met, believe it or not, in a broom closet outside a conservative event that was happening last night in Greenville. Carson says it did not go well. The Cruz campaign acknowledges that there was a meeting but isn't going to comment on the tone of it. Brett, we should point out 6 major candidates on the ballot tomorrow in South Carolina. 3 of them are going to go on. The other 3 could be in big trouble if they're in the back half of the 6. Brett.
In a broom closet, Carl. Some of this stuff you cannot make up. Carl Cameron in Columbia, thank you.